Namaskar friends, welcome to Export Import Supply Chain Custom. And today in this session we will understand job description of the logistic and export import manager. Okay, so this we just are covering this module, and this is the second part, and we can say second session of this module, in which we covered the balance activities. Okay, and some activity we already covered in earlier session. Okay, so you can see on the screen general and task manager. Okay, so this thing we have already discussed: the plan, manage, evaluate logistic operation, liaising with the internal stakeholder, supplier, logistic provider. Okay, create implementation and best practice logistic principles. So all these things over the to improve the service, or we can say to improve the operation working of the logistic manager. Okay, so in this activity we have tried to understand how we can give the best practice and best service or best logistic system which will improve the company policies, or we can say company's output. Okay, so for the um, earlier session you can watch the go to playlist and watch the session. Now we are going to discuss the balance activity, in which first we covered negotiate rate and contract with transportation and logistic provider. Okay, so here you have to understand that you have to negotiate the rates and contract with the transporter and logistic provider. So just like for the daily dispatching goods from factory, okay, and goods need to deliver at the customer or consignee locations. So in such case, we have to take lot of services. Which services is to be competitive rates need to be provided. That will help to cost management system. Okay. So in such case, your job responsibilities is to reduce the prices of transporter. Okay, so in such case, in this activity you have to negotiate rate with the transporter. So what you will do for that, just you have to share the locations and volume of the goods and containers details. By help of this, transporter will provide you the rest rate. Okay, and now online system also available of bidding, in which you just mention your origin country name, destination country name, okay, and the size of cargo and volume. By help you will get the rates online, in which you will get best to best rate. Okay, so you have to understand what is the best working procedures in which you will provide you to best negotiate rate to company. Okay, so first activity is which is negotiate rate with contractor and transportation and logistic provider. So in this activity, not only transporter but also to be you have to take rate from the custom house agent, freight forwarders. Okay, okay, and the best rate need to be approved from the senior management. Now next activity is recommended optimum transportation mode, routes and frequency. Okay, so you have to take the optimal transport, which is the best transport mode. Okay, so how you can recommend these activities, you have to try to understand the situation of the shipments, like a urgency of shipments. You need to decide the recommended the option of the air mode so that shipment will deliver in time. Okay, in case of cost or volume based shipment, you have to recommend the C mode of the shipment, so that key cargo will not be charged highly. Okay, shipment should be shared through the by sea. And sometime you have to also check out whether by sea or by road is the nearest location country, like near countries are Bangladesh, Nepal. For these countries, you can use transport mode as a by road. So these thing need to understand which is the best mode way, okay, to work out and complete the activity. So you have to recommend best optimal transport mode. Now routes also be depend on this. Okay. So for example, you have to dispatch goods from NCR to the we are just sending NCR to the Mexico. So first you need to deliver the good at the seaport where shipment will sail on the ship. So in such case, you have to check out which route will be best, like a by road or by train. Okay, and which will give you competitive rate. Okay, so mostly if you align with the shipping line, they provide shipping line provide you the movement of goods by train. Okay, and if you want to send the goods through the transport, if you get good prices of shipment, then you can use also by road. Okay, so what happens sometimes the trucks which belong to Mumbai and come to Delhi. Okay, so they wait at Delhi side until they will not receive any more shipment, because if the empty truck go from Delhi to Mumbai, then it will charge up fuel. So sometime transporter, in such case transporter provide the minimum charges. Okay, just fuel charges and other expenses charges. So the shipment will freight charge will very low, because that the moment from Delhi to Mumbai of the any containers trailers, it will be approx fuel 50,000. Okay, so how will you get? So in such case the uh, truck and trailers are at Delhi side, then they move. So in such case they provide minimum charges, so you can that time that option you have an option to use by roads, so that you can save the cost of complaint. Okay, now next one is select carrier, supplier and mode of and monitor service against performance criteria. Okay, so you have to select the carriers, which carrier means the shipping line. Okay, and also you need to select the supplier. Okay, if you want to goods export as a perishable good, so you have to first arrange the uh, goods which need to delivered. Okay, so for that you have to select the supplier. Okay, so for that you can check out the local supplier, in they will provide you good pricing of the goods. Okay, and also can be sourced to the farmer agencies are like that, because that vegetable and other goods are perishable and easy to available if you directly contact with the farmer agencies. Okay, so you have to select the supplier and carrier. After that you have to monitor the service against performance criteria. Okay, so whatever SOPs decided by the organization, you have to work with that SOP. Okay, so there are some key parameters which will monitors and analysis the performance of the criteria. So you have to consider and keep in mind that parameters. So you will evaluate the working procedures, and you can also update it as required. Now next one is ensure carrier compliance with company policy and procedures for the transit or deliveries. So for this point you have to ensure the carrier compliance, okay, with the company policies, procedures. Okay, whatever companies provide the SOP, you need to follow that one. So you have to share the compliance and the company policy with the carrier, and whatever the compliance belong to the career also share with the company. So these things need to understand each other, so that for future there is no problems or no any disturbance arise in the movement of goods. Okay, so product transit of the delivery, this thing need to done as per the SOP of the company, which will provide you optimum level of the output. Okay, now resolve problem concerning transportations. Okay, so you are the part of this company, and you have to resolve the problem of transportations. Like sometime you are exporting goods for any Argentina like country. So at the movement of goods until seaport or port of loading, you have to arrange the transportations, and you have to check out what problems arises in the movement of goods. Is the transporters providing time timely shipment or not? Okay, if not, then you have to resolve the problem. What kind of problems rising in transportations? Okay, for that you have to understand this actual working and actual fact, okay, at the ground level, so that you can easily understand and concern the transportation problem. Okay, now logistic system and import export customer issues. Okay, so you have to resolve logistic system problems, okay, or import export or the customer issues. Whatever issues arise, you have to try to understand, and you have to eliminate that issues which will impact the export services. Okay, so in this session we have tried to understand some activities which are important for the job role of import export and logistic managers. Okay, so guys, now we are going to end the session here. Okay, I hope you have understand some activities which will help you to improve your skill and knowledge. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching this session. Have a nice day.